Crouse.
Now, the star of Orson Welles and Me should be Zac Efron, the High School Musical heartthrob who makes his non-singing, non-dancing debut here. His Disney good looks have made him a star, and he's an agreeable presence on screen, but he is overshadowed by another actor playing a man who died many years before the core audience of this movie was even born. Newcomer Christian MacKay plays Orson Welles with such panache that Efron becomes a supporting player in his own movie. Efron is Richard Samuels, a teenager with dreams of being on stage. Now, so far I know it doesn't sound too different from High School Musical, but in this case the year is 1937 and the stage in question happens to be the Mercury Theater on Broadway. After an impromptu audition, he plays drums and sings a Wheaties commercial on the street in front of the theater. Richard is hired as a bit player for Orson Welles' landmark production of Julius Caesar. He is given little rehearsal and only one piece of advice: never ever criticize Orson Welles. It is, he's told, a privilege to, quote, be sprayed by Orson's spit, unquote, on stage. When Richard falls for pretty production assistant Sonia Jones, however, played by Claire Danes, he puts himself in the crosshairs of the temperamental Welles. Now, Orson Welles and Me is set years before Hollywood beat the stuffing out of Welles. He's still a boy wonder, a maverick before Sarah Palin came along and ruined the word for everybody else, and a womanizer who financed his theater company with the money he made as a radio actor. MacKay is pitch perfect in a role that has defeated other good actors in movies like The Cradle Will Rock and Fade to Black. The British actor who played Welles in a one-man show before making the film looks the part and really gets inside the head of this brilliant but difficult man. When MacKay isn't on stage, however, or on screen, however, the movie tends to sag a little bit. Efron and Danes do some good work, and director Richard Linklater does a nice job of showing the chaotic week leading up to the opening night of Caesar, but when the story leaves the theater, it becomes much less interesting. The backstage machinations, on-stage work, we see a hefty chunk of the play during the film's climax, and attention to period detail, people actually say the word yowza, elevate it beyond the typical coming-of-age story, but it really only comes to life when MacKay is front and center.
Richard Crouse.